right, viewers, I know you've been waiting for it. It's back. Look, it's back.
Bum, bum, bum.
Greetings, we are Fellowship Gaming, here to entertain you with yet another tale of daring, disaster, and dimwits. Please grab your favorite drink and perhaps a snack and let us regale you with songs of our misdeeds. Today we'll be playing a Pathfinder 2nd Edition, which is a high fantasy D20 system. If you'd like to see more content, please check us out on YouTube at fellowshipgaming.quest, where you can subscribe and smack that bell notification. If you would like to join us during our live stream, head over to Twitch and give us a follow in order to be part of our live chat. Tonight we'll be playing scenario 4-05, the Arclord Who Never Was.
Just in case, would you like me to go restart the...
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
It'll be fun. The kids will love it. So, you guys are on a ship for weeks on end. On a dusty ship called the Opportune, a merchant vessel filled with lots of rickety creaking, dusty rations, and uncomfortable bunks. You guys will take this time to introduce yourselves.
Okay. I'm playing Emoe Huhilo, also known as Mo. Most people refer to him as Mo. He is a ruffian rogue. That's it. I almost said scoundrel. I was like, no, that's a different type. Ruffian rogues are more physically intimidating type of rogues rather than the agile, dexterous thief. I think it's a subclass. Anyways,
Well, really,
he is a hardtail goblin. 2.5, 3 feet tall, like all goblins, with a 2.5, 3 feet long tail. Unlike all goblins, anybody familiar with First Edition would know them as monkey goblins, although they are, for whatever reason, not referred to that in Second Edition. Actually, now that I think about it, I do know why they're not referred to as monkey goblins.
I know why too.
Okay,
It's like
I didn't put two and two together with that connotation of the word because a monkey is just a monkey to me. So they are very chimpanzee bonobo style monkeys growing up in the Moangi expanse, or goblins growing up in the Moangi expanse. I don't remember. I forgot the little backstory. Basically, he's a Hawaiian brute monkey goblin rogue.
Mm-hmm.
So have fun with that. He likes to trip people with his tail. That's one of his shticks. I think a couple months ago, or a month ago, whatever, we did the last one with him. He tried to trip a large creature because he has Titan Wrestler. That was fun.
I think I remember that.
Oh, it was the undead statue thingy. And he did trip it, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I did. I rolled yeah. Anyways.
Rolled well.
Yeah.
I am playing Vrat. He is a chameleon gnome.
Nice.
He's a hunter, and on his right side is still considered a bear cub named Ben.
Little Ben?
Gentle Ben.
Gentle Ben. Oh, yeah.
Gentle Ben.
And then someday it'll grow up to Big Ben.
Be Ben.
Just Ben. He's like, oh, just Ben.
He's just Ben.
Then you get the enlarged Ranger focus spell, and you're like, now he's Big Ben.
Mm-hmm. And now he can go to England.
Well, I was thinking, is it Old Ben? What's the... Oh, Ephraim is his name here. The bear in Utah. Old Ephraim.
Ephraim.
But, whatever.
There is an
Old
old...
Ephraim.
I'm not from Utah. I don't know how to do LDS names.
It's not LDS. It's Native American.
Ephraim?
Most of the names you hear in Utah are Native American.
No.
Well, Ephraim, you're right. That's biblical.
I was like, I grew up on a reservation. I know Native American names, and
Yeah, well,
Michaela and Braxton. Those are not. Those are
but
LDS. Maybe, but no. We're not going to meet in the middle of this. Those names are bullshit, and you know it. What's your name? What's your name? Mackenzie with 7 Z's. Like, nothing against LDS people. Just your naming convention is insane.
Of course.
Colton with a K. Whoa, whoa, whoa. In the middle. All right.
It's kind of like I knew a guy named Win, and it didn't. His name was not spelled like Win.
No, but was he Chinese? Because it'd be G-Y...
There's a
or something.
G-U and a G-W, and there was, and I'm like, what's your last name? Win.
Yeah.
I went, how the hell did, never mind.
No, yeah, I had a martial arts buddy. His name is Benjamin Wynn. Gyuen or something like that.
Well, the name Ben from my bear came from a TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all familiar with John.
We're familiar with Grizzly Adams.
Yeah,
That too.
Grizzly Adams. Yeah, that's
So
why.
now I'm thinking of the... I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. The Chuck Norris movie where he plays the... He grabs the chainsaw with his two hands, his two fingers, and he stops it. It's like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Probably do. I just don't remember it.
Oh, man, yeah.
Because I think my favorite Chuck Norris movie was Lone Wolf McQuade, where he fought
All
David
the Delta
Carradine.
movies are so good.
The Delta movie, Delta
There were
Force
three of them,
movie.
weren't there? Four of
The
them?
Delta Force
Yeah.
were pretty good. Missing in Action was okay.
Yeah, I'm a kid. I was very, very young, and I was a huge fan of, was it Josh something? The young kid that was in DSV Sequest as the friend to the dolphin, but he played in a movie called Sidekicks with Chuck Norris, where like he was training. Basically, it was Karate Kid, but not. And then he was like, "I need a partner." And Chuck Norris is like, "I'll be your partner." You're like, "Oh my god!" That's like the coolest thing in the world would ever happen. Like, I need a partner. Chuck Norris is like, "I'll be your double." You're like, "Well, I just won." And then also I came, but those are not related. Listen, you be 55. Chuck Norris comes up to you. He's like, "I'll be your sidekick, your partner in a martial arts." You're like, "I don't care if I am fighting 13-year-olds. We're doing this, Chuck." There's not a man in this room that wouldn't do that. You're like, "Yeah, we're gonna get beat up, but hey." This is a story I only get to tell once in a lifetime. Although I would tell it every single day. Good, remember that one time I got in a fight with Chuck Norris? Well, I mean, he was on my side. So. Sorry. Anyways, who are you playing, Casey?
Okay, so
Not Chuck Norris.
nope, not Chuck Norris. This is not Baron's chat.
Norris Charles, my next character. He's gonna be a monk.
So for our pre-gen today, we have Selah, the human paladin, and that's her.
Yep.
But I am playing Kalis Boulder Stomper, a dwarven chirurgeon alchemist, who is also part air elemental.
Sylph?
Mm-hmm.
Sexy. You played him once before with us, right?
Once.
Yeah, I think you and Mo hung out.
I think so.
Yeah, because I only have two characters, and I don't think he played with Gwei.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was.
During the Forge?
Hold on, I have.
Yeah,
to
what's
look
the
at-
latest Chronicle sheet?
The only one, Return to the
Return
Grave.
to the Grave.
Yeah, so he was there with the undead.
With the statue, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did. No, that was the one where we had to save the village.
Oh, yeah.
We went into that stupid undead region, and we had to like get the village out, and we had that stupid paladin who's like, "I'm gonna do this whether you want to help me or not." And we were like, "Calm down, guy." That's right.
I
Yeah,
don't
we
think I
did
was
that
Yeah,
together.
that
That's
one.
right.
I was not in that one.
No, I think it was Mike was here for that one. I think he ran it, didn't he?
I think so, because I
you
was
played
playing.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, nice to see you again.
Likewise.
I just love that you're a sylph dwarf instead of like a
Oread?
Oread, yeah. No, it's great. I love it.
Yeah,
He's
complete.
like, "I'm really good at the mountaintops." I'm like, yeah, no shit.
Well, at high levels when he can fly.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah.
Love it.
Alright, so
Yeah,
you
mine-
guys emerge from the ship onto the city of Quantium in the nation of Nex. And you are ushered to the local Pathfinder launch, the Nexus House. A bronze-skinned gnome wearing a bright crimson sash and lavender saree stands beside a wooden table holding a lumpy parcel covered in velvet cloth. A multitude of bangles, earrings, and necklaces jangle musically as she speaks. Welcome to Nexus House. I am Vashfatam Sepnet Senserkot. At your service. May I present... A muffled voice calls from beneath the cloth, cutting off Sepnet.
Wait, what cloth? Her sari?
She had a velvet cloth covering something.
Oh.
With a sigh, Sepnet pulls the velvet aside to reveal a grinning skull.
Oh, God.
Eye sockets with pink lights that glow in the eye sockets. As I was saying, the great Zikariz. Sepnet, I thought we worked this out. I promised to stop doodling on your table, and you promised to quickly pull the curtain, give me a dramatic reveal. The gnome and skull both tilt their eyes down at the table's surface, where an ink pen rests next to numerous crooked spirals, as if someone had drawn them with a pen held in their teeth. Zikariz reacts first. That just goes to show that my powers of divination are ahead of their time. Ayy. The skull is muffled as Sepnet unceremoniously drops the velvet back in place. Our humorous friend here, Pathfinders, is why we sent for you. We don't have too many details, but Zikariz, as she's calling herself, those liars do not get enough love in your chronicles. It's a crime not to use them. Sepnet's eyes ever so slightly twitches ever so slightly, but she continues. She's taken the name of Zikariz for now because she likes the sound of it, but she's almost certain that wasn't her name before. We discovered her in the vaults of the Grand Lodge. A very annoyed halfling carried her out and gave her to the first person he found.
Yeah, pretty much. The
That
tiefling was not any happier.
That was your halfling.
That's what I was thinking.
Let's see. Unfortunately, nobody could figure out who or what she was, as if she never existed. However, I've come to believe she's one of the Arclords of Nex. Other recent events provide evidence to support this theory, this as well. Agents of a longtime foe of ours, Night Hag Aslan, have been snooping around anywhere I went to do research. It's as if the more we learn about the skull, the more others do as well. I need you to take Zikariz into Quantium. Follow her hunches and premonitions about where she can go to remember who she is. Return here when you've gleaned all you can. Together we'll try and discern why Aslan is after her before whatever scheme she's up to comes, dare I say it, to a head. Alright, so...
My bear went, for that one.
One of you...
Yeah, Kalos literally says, you could have said fruition, and it would have worked so much better.
One of you will need to carry the skull.
Okay.
It takes one hand to carry. But if you're carrying it, you can't be flanked. Because Zikariz
Even better.
will eagerly shout, hey, there's someone over there trying to hit you.
I have a tail that is my weapon, and a buckler that doesn't take up a hand because it's on my forearm, and then my other hand is also free.
The other option, if you don't want to carry her around, is you can strap her to you, but that makes you clumsy one.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Well, it's just for everyone involved.
If I was a Leshy gourd, could I put her in my head?
Yes.
That'd be brilliant.
You'd be like, oh, so this is what being human is like.
Man, now I wish Julia was here.
All right.
I mean, she's always welcome to come back.
She knows. She didn't like being on camera.
Yeah, the cameras. They
Camera
show
shy
everything.
She's a 13-year girl. I made a joke about the camera adding 10 pounds. She didn't appreciate that. She could use it, but she didn't appreciate it.
So, any questions?
She definitely
So many,
is
but none.
rather gangly right now.
She's like Laffy Taffy. She's growing longer than she is wider.
I mean, it'll change in a year or two.
It might not. She might end up like her mom. She might have my height and her mom's weight, and then she'll just constantly gangly her whole life.
Well, then again, my youngest daughter is 5'0"
Yeah.
and still skinny. Turned sideways, I can't find her.
I'm sorry. I was so busy looking at the skull. I didn't notice anything you said. So
It's okay.
the skull was the thing whose name has changed, or there was something else that they found. They found the skull in the.
They found the skull in the vaults.
Okay.
We are going to drag the skull around and just kind of follow its hunches and intuition.
Okay.
Trying to recover her memories.
Yeah,
Recover
she's
what?
trying to recover her memories.
Okay. And then
Trying
something
to remember who she is.
something Arclords
Yeah, so the Arclord,
of Nex.
yeah,
Yeah, the dancing girl venture captain.
venture captain. The Arclords of Nex are a powerful and influential faction of wizards claimed to be descended from Nex's household servants.
Okay.
They've been lobbying for control over Nex since he disappeared.
And yes, the potential assumption is that the skull might have been one of those.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
And Nex is full of undead, correct?
No.
No,
Nex
that's
is
Gab.
a
That's
land
Gab,
yeah.
of wizards, magic, golems, that sort of stuff.
Nex is east, like just before where the world wound used to be.
No, this is far south. Pretty much bottom of the map is Gab, Manawace, and then Nex is right above it, and then I think Catapesh. So
We're still, but we're on the Grund.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you were completely crazy in thinking what you thought. It's just we're way above it.
Well, I was thinking because Nex and Gabber sounds
Sure.
familiar.
Yeah.
Nex and Geb fought a war. Undead versus magical constructs.
Yeah.
Between them is the Manawace or whatever
With the
it's called.
leftover.
Yeah.
Yeah. The,
Manawastes.
basically, that's where they had their war.
Yeah, that's where the war was, and
Yeah.
it's just
It's
Wild
sand
magic.
dunes and wild magic and weird shit.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't want to go there. So of course
Well,
we're
we're
going.
not.
I mean,
trying
well,
to go
you
there.
can if you hire a particular guide who knows how to get you through the wild shit. But otherwise, don't do it on your own
Yeah.
without any foreknowledge, or you just disappear for 500 years and pop up God only knows where. And that's a positive thing that happens. The negative things suck. 12d10 lightning storm hits everybody in a 5-mile radius. Good luck. What? Yeah.
It's like drinking Numerian fluid.
Yep. Oh, hey, you walked into a 100% anti-magic zone. Good luck. Healing potions don't even work. What? It's on what they call it, null zones or something. It's just bad
Yeah.
news.
Anti-magic zone.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your familiars
like I said,
are magical.
it's-
Your familiars dissipate.
It's like drinking Numerian fluid. Oh, look, I'm going to drink this. Well, your flesh just melted off your bones.
It's
Well,
why
that sucks. Well, I'm going to drink it. Well, now you're immortal.
Yeah. What? That's not fair. I should have been the second one. Yeah, because that's how that works. Yeah.
it's why the
Right.
dwarves invented guns to deal with the creatures in the mana wastes when you don't have magic.
Yeah.
That's reliable. Alright. Let's see. So, you guys get a few handouts. The best one is from the Vigilant Seal, but you also get one from Fola Baron of the Envoys Alliance.
Again, another one that sounds great for Gwei to show up to and just too high level.
That's okay.
Happens.
All right. So, hold on. Forgot I need a drink before I.
Pathfinder, it drives you to drink.
No, just need to
And it's also like 80
Get
degrees
my-
in here.
throat moist before I start trying to read.
That's what she said.
I'm gonna throw something at you.
Just let me know so I can dodge.
Think Casey's gonna be that far off?
No, but the ricochet might.
That's fair.
I was gonna say he was a tanker, but
Tankers are accurate.
I'm just giving you crap.
Now, if you said artillery, then I could say, yeah, you're right.
That they can only hit things on arcs.
My joke was always, did we hit? Did we hit? Did we hit?
Yeah.
Pathfinders, I trust this letter finds you well after your voyage. Could have gone without the voyage. I wish the Society could have found a better ship for you to take to Quantium,
We also think
but the secrecy of your trip has acted like an invisible shroud guarding you as you sailed.
We're gonna get ambushed.
By now you have met your little burden. Vashvatam Sansarkot believes strongly that this discovering the truth behind this mobile migraine, dare I say migration, is in all our best interests and could unlock new avenues and allies for us in Nex. To this end, it would be very helpful to the Envoys Alliance if you would be on the lookout for new allies while you conduct your investigation in Quantium. Even those who may seem misguided at first might learn better ways and bring benefit to all. Yours, Folabarum.
This one probably says find a deep chasm and throw the skull in.
how many experience you need to level up?
12.
Shit. I think I might be level 3.
No, it's okay. I can adjust on the fly.
I mean, that's
Yeah, I could do that real quick because I have 24.
20.
Yeah,
Okay.
And then 24.
24 would be level 3.
Yeah.
24 is level 3.
All right. Because again, like I said, I didn't print anything off, so it means I hadn't even filled this out with the information, so I hadn't gotten to that point. My bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. Handout number 2. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
So I can update it. I'm level 3.
Oh. Sorry.
I agree with our archivist that we need to identify and catalog all of the things that have entered our vaults. But shipping one of them off to Garund just because she can talk isn't wise. And I'm not saying that because she called me a rusty shovel and insulted my beard. If you're reading this, however, it means that I've been overruled again. While you're investigating things in Quantium, the Vigilant Seal recommends that you keep the skull's presence as discreet as possible. And I do recognize this is no small thing that I ask. More importantly, keep information about the skull and any magic linked to her on a need-to-know basis. I trust your judgment if you feel certain allies of the Society can be trusted with knowing more. But I also trust you to know where those limits are.
We trust
Keep on your
everybody.
toes down there. Something you should remind your chatty friend that she can't do. Yeah,
Because
no
she
Clyde.
literally has no toes.
You know, I like no Clyde.
I did too. I read this note and I'm like, yeah, this is me going,
Valid.
they did what? They let her out. Bury her deeper. That's what I say.
Well, I keep thinking that somewhere there's a flocked range. She's just a necromancer that lost most of her body.
That would make her a demi-lich, but to be a demi-lich, you have to have gems for teeth.
Let's see. And then you are handed a list of possible places you can go to in any order.
All right. I'll read these off, and then we'll just hold on to this and pass it around as necessary. A bureaucrat at the Bandashar Palace. A certain location at the... A certain location. Great. Tell me to be specific without being specific. My favorite thing. Go do this thing. What? Go here. Where is it? That way.
Mhm.
What? You've done that. You were in the army. Go here. Okay, where is it? That way.
This is the coordinates.
What?
The coordinates don't make sense. Go that way anyways. Am I supposed to take the second lieutenant with me or not? No. Just go.
Whatever you do, do not take the lieutenant with you.
Yes. Do I have to take the lieutenant with me?
Yeah, that's the appropriate response. Do I have to take the lieutenant? Yes. Damn it. I think I actually said that once, and the lieutenant was right there.
I had my supply sergeant ball out a second lieutenant because he wouldn't put the things away that she just ordered for him. And we were in Afghanistan. And she finally got everything we needed because we can use a different supply code because we were downrange. And he didn't put it away. And she basically told me if he didn't have somebody put it away, he'll be paying for it all.
Okay, the next. Another very specific with no specifics. 2 persons in the Merchants League. A nearby nature preserve. A priest at Scrivenbow Library. What was I about to say? Scrivenbow Library.
I should go to the library
Don't
first.
know what I was about to say instead of library. It started with a B, but I don't know what it is. The Warlock's Walk. My vote is we start with the Warlock's Walk.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
What is the better of you guys' diplomacy or society?
My diplomacy is +1, and my society is +0.
Diplomacy +7. Society 0.
Society of 6. Diplomacy of 2.
Alright.
What about the paladin?
Oh yeah, the Paladin. Probably diplomacy, but let me... Okay, her diplomacy is 6. Her society is 3.
Nice.
So, pretty much nobody knows anything about the area except for Mo. Mo knows that Quantium is a metropolis boasting one of the most diverse populations in all Galarian. In addition to humanoids of all ancestries, beings who would be considered monsters elsewhere in the world are citizens here, including an abundance of those with extraplanar and elemental origins. The Arclords are spellcasters who lay claim to Nex's arcane legacy. They don't rule the nation, but they are a powerful faction with much influence over its destiny. Pathfinder society is on good terms with many of the Arclords of Nex, including the influential Ambalek Dyer, a PC... Alright. So, Mo gets a +1 as stats bonus all checks.
For whatever.
Going around looking at these things.
Nice. So I presume it's just for this scenario. Okay.
It's for this investigation phase. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Alright. So, you wanted the Warlock's Walk?
Yes,
Yep.
please.
Alright. The Warlock's Walk is the most popular park in Quantium, and its primary parade ground. It's open to the public at all times, boasts a massive marble fountain, the Vizier's Fountain, whose living waters dance to the delight of spectators and children. Once you guys arrive, Sikaris asks to be put down on the ground near the fountain.
Okay.
Oh, definitely keep an eye out.
I'm sorry, what's going on? Sorry.
Sikaris would like to be let down by the fountain.
Okay. Is there relatively like, most fountains have a lip, and sometimes people are sitting around it. There's like an open area that I can kind of put her down.
I might recommend you sit down beside her.
I'm
as
going
well.
to.
And as soon as you let her down, the magical oars lift the skull in the air, leading the characters in a short and splashy chase. Where she shouts, "Heads up! I'm making a narrow escape. You're not getting out of this one, bone dry." Alright, so everyone can make an acrobatics, engineering lore, intimidation, or diplomacy check.
Cool.
Let me make sure I have.
Nat 20 on intimidation. Get back here! Like my voice drops 7 baritones. James Earl Jones' voice comes out of the squeaky little goblin. For the record, it's 20 plus 9.
Okay.
Well, can you grab me a water, please?
Sure.
And me as
Thank
well,
you.
if you'd be so kind.
I would like one too. Because it's warm
That's
in
the
here.
problem, the DM being next to the fridge. They're responsible for all the hydration.
I mean, that's the thing. They're
We're at the fountain. It's
Oh,
It's
thank you.
appropriate.
Yeah, we all drink from the fountain real quick.
Yeah.
This is crisp. It's soda water. No.
just making sure. Okay,
They
just-
would enchant the fountain to be soda water. Be like, you guys.
no, they literally enchanted it so the water's alive.
So,
It's Gatorade.
it's not what you might have expected because, like, Sikaris is having too much fun to be intimidated by your check. But all the water is like, whoa, guy, it's just,
I'm
it's
Moses
just,
now.
we're just having some fun here. Here's your skull.
That's hilarious.
And afterwards,
Can I play catch with the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So after playing in the water for a bit, Sikaris remembers coming here often for midday meals on the nearby benches while enjoying watching children at play, reinforcing her desire to use her arcane talents to better the lives of others. Alright. Where else would you like to go?
Library.
Wait,
Okay,
so
library
the
it is.
Warlock Vault was just the fountain?
Yeah, it's a big park.
Oh, I was thinking like vaults. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's erroneously named. This is BS.
Well, it's a Warlock's Walk.
Oh, walk. I thought you said vault. I'm vault.
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah, that's on me.
We've used a lot of vaults, so it's okay.
Cool.
Okay, so library, I guess.
Library. Let's see.
Scrivenbow Library.
that's fine. Oh, I should. Right, got that down.
Some priest there.
Oh, okay. So I have raised shield, but I don't have shield block. You have to
No.
earn that. Okay. I think I might take that.
Oh, here it is. Alright. Zikriz tries to lead you guys to docks until a distinctive cylindrical building of red brick comes into view. This is the Scriven Bow, a fortified library complex dedicated to Abraxas, demon lord of forbidden lore and magic. But the sight of the building stirs something within the skull's memories. Okay, so next we go to the Library of Demon Lord Abrax. Actually, strike that. Maybe we'll do better at Nethys's Twin Temple, though I hear it's harder to find stuff there than it used to be. So you can use medicine, religion, library lore, or diplomacy.
Diplomacy. Oh, to convince the skull to go where we want?
These are basically, it's skill checks
To look
to
in,
help
okay.
her memory. It doesn't say exactly.
That's fine.
Okay, so you're saying medicine,
Mm-hmm.
but literally I use crafting in place of medicine. Would that still work?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will use my knowledge of alchemical medicine.
Okay, I'll do diplomacy. So 10 plus 7, 17 for me.
17 for me.
Nice.
That'd be 11 medicine for me.
Okay. So,
She'll do diplomacy because, hey, that's what she's good at. 13.
So, Mo and Kalis help Zikriz remember she once contemplated seeking out assistance from Abraxas' followers in the past, but balked upon receiving a request to retrieve a significant secret for the library's keepers. Upon refusing the request, she found herself unable to recall what had been asked of her. Now, as then, she changes her mind as to the destination, instead seeking research aid at Nethys's Twin Temple.
Okay.
At the Twin Temple, you guys meet Griora, a dwarven priestess of Nethys, who allows them to study in temple libraries and is very curious about Zikriz. Griora supports most forms of magical experimentation, but understands it could be dangerous even to the most powerful spellcasters, and believes it's important for everyone who pushes frontiers knowledge to be ready to accept the consequences if their studies take an unfortunate turn. Alright, so you guys got another memory.
Do we need to write these down?
No.
Okay.
Some of these just have like, basically, some of this is about her previous life, some of it is alluding to what's going on, but you don't know yet.
Okay. So the docks was mentioned.
Mhm.
So let's go to the docks.
Alright. Zikriz guides you to the docks at the easternmost point of Quantium, from where you can see the edges of Valkus Isle. With no one to speak to with no one there, Zikriz asks you to point out which vessel brought you here. And
It's called the
Opportune.
That's it. I was like, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after pointing it out, she says, "You came here in that ship? You Pathfinders
not by
really
choice."
are brave." Because we like Star Wars.
Fair.
Alright, for here, it's occultism, perception, sailing lore, or diplomacy.
Well, we'll start with Sayla's diplomacy. Okay, that's a 10.
What was it again?
Occultism, perception, sailing lore, or diplomacy.
Ooh, I have sailing lore. It's not very high though.
Oh, I'll have to do perception.
He'll just have to do perception because that's what he's got.
16. Perception.
Are there penalties for critically failing this?
No.
I also have to
Besides Sikara's teasing you.
I also rolled a nat 1.
Oh, I didn't roll a nat 1. Mine was a 2.
Oh,
But I'm reasonably certain that
8 total, but yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. Vrat manages to focus Sikara's long enough on thinking about why she came to the docks. And she remembers coming to the spot to contemplate the failed magical experiments that took place on the island, dooming it to become an inescapable prison. Valkus Isle that you can kind of see.
Oh.
I'm not familiar with the lore of Valkus Isle, so I'm not sure what happened there.
They might not have anything there.
Mm.
They might not have written the lore yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well,
Yeah.
they've got some lore if they're saying it's now an inescapable prison.
Yeah. Where to next?
Let's try the Merchants League.
Alright. In the heart of the markets, you guys find Laudlia, a female Marcane merchant, a broad-shouldered, humanoid-shaped outsider standing about 9 feet tall with blue skin and numerous eyes. Zikriz says, "Nobody's going to lose that one in the crowd. She certainly stands head and shoulders above the rest." To which Laudlia just... it's like, no speak. Alright, for this one, it's Arcana, Survival, Mercantile Lore, or Diplomacy.
Okay, well, let's start with Sayla's diplomacy. That's a 14.
So, Jesus, not 1 again.
23 survival.
20 survival.
Alright,
8 total.
so, let's see. Zikris remembers that this merchant in particular was the Arclord's primary source for rare magical reagents and sky metals for her experiments.
Right up your caliber.
Hmm?
Magical reagent. That's right up your alley.
Not really, I'm an alchemist.
Those aren't magical reagents?
No, they're alchemical.
Oh, I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
That would be patches.
Yeah, that would be patch. It stands to... It's one of those things that you now have to question with alchemists because elixirs of life are not technically magic. So would they work in a null magic?
I'd imagine so. But you find she also guides you to another merchant, Olorthu. There we go. Olorthu. A Oread Rockhound. The diamond merchant sports an asymmetrical array of razor-sharp crystals from his head in lieu of hair.
Cool.
And Zikris says, with head spikes like that, he could be a literal headhunter if you got him angry. So we need crafting, mining lore, or nature, or diplomacy.
Okay. 18 plus 7, 22.
Yeah, that sucks. So 12 crafting and 15 diplomacy.
I got 15 nature.
Okay. So, everyone but Kalis helps Zikaros remember that she procured 2 extremely rare sapphires she'd been seeking out for years from Orlorthru, spending a pretty sum in the process. There are your 2 merchants.
All right. Nature preserve or palace? I'm leaning towards the nature preserve and do the palace last.
I was thinking that too, because we're either going to get ambushed in the nature preserve or at the palace.
Fair.
But my feelings is more of the palace than the nature preserve.
So nature preserve.
Alright. Let's see.
Because we haven't been exactly subtle with carrying this
Well,
skull
literally
around.
the first thing that happened is weird ass skull did some water shit.
Well, it was actually the water that did it.
But the skull's very overt.
Yeah.
Glowing eyes and the whole 9, and it talks. It wasn't. He said it wasn't the waters that water weirds that said this. Like it was like I'm going on an adventure or whatever.
Yeah.
It said. Yeah.
It was the one making the puns.
Yeah.
Alright, so as you arrive, let's see. What is everyone's perception?
7.
Plus 7.
5 and 3.
Okay.
Do you want my bear's perception too?
No, it's fine. Your bear won't be able to figure this out. So, you guys come to this nature preserve, and Zikaros is like, yes, I sense it. I remember. You have to go down into the sewer. You can, smell this awful stench coming up. I'm sure something important is in there. I know it. And you guys are getting ready to descend when Kalis, listening to Zikaros, is like, this is a joke, isn't it? She's like, yeah. Alright, so you guys don't descend into the sewers. And Kalis, for breaking her joke, you get all your no fun from Zikaros.
I'm not trying to be fun.
I forgot.
I'm trying to help you remember.
All of my checks are plus 1. I forgot.
Yeah,
It's
it's
alright
okay.
though. It didn't matter.
Alright, so I believe there's only one location left.
Not the palace.
Yep.
Yeah, the palace.
I'm still trying to figure out how there's a sewer in a nature preserve.
Where else is all the
Well, I
pinko?
mean, like a park. I don't know. I don't think the nature preserve is like a wild thing. It's probably like a rose garden type situation in the center
Yeah,
of the
but
city.
I would still kind of see. I could see like restrooms on the outskirts, but not a sewer inside.
Well, you
Only
got
thing I can think-
compost. You got
Honey
runoff,
pots.
number of things.
Exactly, honey pots.
I mean, sure.
I'm sure they have those. Well, either one.
I just know that we have on farms you have to have waste runoff.
Yeah.
Because you can't mix with natural water.
Yes.
So I'm not saying that that's what they did. That's my understanding is probably why.
And there wasn't any description of what the nature preserve is like at all. It was just like,
Yeah, I was thinking like
Hey.
Central Park.
we found
And
a
there's
random
definitely sewers
sewer.
under Central Park. Sorry.
No, you're fine. They were just like, hey, we found the sewer, and Zikaros was like, oh yeah, go into the sewer.
And also, it's an overwhelmingly stanky smell. Like, it may not have been an active sewer. It could just be a dump, literally
That's fair.
a butt ton of compost. And then every couple of years they go in and they're like, hey, we have fresh soil. You never know. That's how I would do it.
Oh, that reminds me.
Roll initiative. Shit.
Well, no. They at the beginning of this section they have all this fun flavor stuff of kind of what you see. So I just wanted to. So along the way, while you've been going around the city, you see things like an ice cream cart run by a protean woman, a gathering of oozes being led by a wizard down the street as they absorb various refuse and waste. You see a golem marching inexorably onward around the edges of the city. You see, let's see, Zikaras tries to flirt with a tall Goran woman. Doesn't work. And the Bandashar Palace sits in the middle of the city's lake, surrounded by serene waters and flying carpets. Yeah, so they give me like a rough layout, but was lost in paragraphs. So
Cool.
but I wanted you guys to know what was there. So the Bandashar was once the palace of Nex himself. It's currently the home of the Council of 3 and 9 who govern the nation, as well as hundreds of functionaries and government officials. Sikras leads you guys to retired Pathfinder archivist Igruki Lokar. And Sikras says, "Here we are in the headquarters of the nation. It's a stretch to call it a brain trust, if you ask me." And we need deception, Pathfinder Society, lore, society, or diplomacy.
13 plus 8, so 21.
Okay.
What was it again?
Deception, Pathfinder Society, lore, or society, or diplomacy.
Oh, nice. So that is a 24 diplomacy for Selah and a 24 society for Kalis.
Nice.
Mine was deception.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was 8 diplomacy.
Nice.
And Zikaras remembers she enjoyed speaking with Igruki when she visited Nexus House's libraries. The Nexus House's libraries.
Nixie.
That's hard to say. Alright, so you guys succeeded at piecing together the memories. Alright, so, let's see. Zikaras gets a flash of insight and directs you guys to a relatively nondescript building north of the Bandashar, providing a lovely view of the massive palace as well as several towers that float suspended above the city. Inside they find the private academy teaching magical theory and music in equal measure, along with the connection many cultures have between the two. Asking around, you guys discovered the academy is largely funded by a member of the Arclords of Nex. This includes an endowment for impoverished children with magical potential, as well as the use of ancestries considered monstrous by most societies in Galarian, so they and their families can live at the starry-eyed conservatorium while enrolled. Strangely, none of the students nor staff seem to remember who this Arclord is, and no written materials bear their name. Let's see. But you guys succeeded. Zikaras guides you guys to the top floor of the conservatorium, indicating an unmarked door. And Mo, give me a reflex save.
Okay. 16 plus 8, 24.
Alright. So, she's like, "This is it. This is the door. It's very important." You open it, and an ironing board comes tumbling out and nearly hits you on the head. And while she's laughing, an actual hidden passage opens up, and it's like, "Oh, yeah, that's probably what I'm actually remembering."
That's a good joke.
That there's an otherwise hidden a magical portal in this janitorial closet. That you go through teleports you to a place called the Sun Mist Stela.
We don't mess with Steelers.
They're not the same here. It's okay.
Okay.
That's it. I just gotta remember where it is. Alright. So if you guys go through the portal, teleportation circle occupies the center of this chamber, and its runes providing gentle light to the entire space. 12 sealed glass cases filled with nearly transparent mist surround it. Floating inside each is an ancient scroll or tome, yellowed with age and barely legible. Attached to the side of each case is a short chain connected to a thin silver rod tipped with a stylized hand, index finger extended. If you play with the rods, you find you can turn the pages of the tome or manipulate the scroll inside, so they can be read without being further damaged.
Okay.
The texts are mostly. I actually don't know which language that is. Requiem. Don't know. The texts are mostly written in Celestial and Requiem. Let's see. Does anyone have Celestial? Because I haven't heard of Requiem before.
Nope.
I mean, I haven't actually picked my languages.
I think I picked mine, but none of them are common. Gnomish and Sylvan is what I got.
Well,
Yeah. Common, Goblin, and Polyglot.
okay. Let's see.
So it's not fair for me to say, yes, I have Celestial on. Like, okay.
Who has Society?
I do.
Society ranks.
You don't need ranks, but it's
trained?
just easier. Or wait, I think you need to be trained.
You do need to be trained.
Yeah.
Okay, Selah actually is trained in Society.
So is Mo.
Okay.
I am not.
Selah is a 3.
Mo's a
Kalis
5.
is a 6.
I'm a 0.
So, Kalis, while you're not too familiar with the language, you are able to figure out the gist of them. They concern the birth of new souls in creation's forge, also known as the positive energy plane. One scroll mentions that a portal to this plane resides at the heart of Clarion's sun.
That's cool.
That seems awfully hot.
Well, I mean,
I don't think there's any actual fire in the creation of souls. I think it's all positive energy.
yeah.
So for
And I was going to say, in Dark Sun lore, the sun being the source of all life is the most powerful source of magic in Dark Sun.
in Pathfinder lore, every star at the heart of it has a portal to the positive energy plane, and the energy from that causes rifts that bleed into the plane of fire. So that's why you get the fiery outside.
Oh, cool.
And then random portals to the plane of fire open out on the surface, and you get
The
fire
sun's
elementals
spots
living
and stuff.
there.
Oh, that's cool.
That makes sense.
That's cool. Did not know that bit of lore.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Go.
Alright, so Zikriz urges you to one of the doors that seems familiar. because that door has a bunch of box text. An air of serenity pervades this place. Hundreds of smooth azurite and lapis lazuli pebbles decorate the chamber's floor. The blue gems harmonize in wavy patterns that catch the light streaming in from above and reflect it into the room, giving the air a misty quality. The walls rise up 60 feet, tapering to a narrow iris. Capicons strung together on wires sway due to the breezy downdraft, deflecting off one another with a sound akin to lithographic wind chimes. Closed doors lead to other parts of the building. Two large devices catch the eye as the doors open. To the north is a raised platform whose boundary is inlaid with diamonds. Its inner rings wrought from pure gold. Several magical foci float above, directing some kind of energy into glowing orb at center. Second is a cylindrical apparatus standing nearly 30 feet high that seems to be channeling sunlight through it. At its base is a large diamond that has been shaped into a prism. Turning to face the door from in front of the structure is a humanoid figure very clearly not made of living material. Its body appears to have been carved from a single block of weathered jasper, bearing dark gray, red, and brown stripes and splotches, with two titanium-tinted sapphires for eyes. A single celestial rune has been carved into his forehead. He wears long, flowing robes and holds a large silver rod with a clenched fist on one hand. Despite all this, it's clear at a glance that this figure's crafting was incomplete. He has no ears.
Wonderful.
Alright, so the figure is alive and watching you and is suspicious that you suddenly just appeared here. But is silent, waiting for you guys to make the first move. So if any of you have the sign language feat, you can communicate with them.
Sign language feat?
Yeah, it's a society skill feat.
You can get it for free if you take permanently deafened, which I thought about but decided not to.
Otherwise, you want to try and talk to them. Arcana, nature, occultism, performance, or religion to basically draw some symbols to try and communicate otherwise. Everyone...
Do you have to be trained in performance to do it?
No.
Okay.
It's just going to be easier to make the check. This is going to be one of those, everyone rolls one of those, and half or more of you need to succeed.
So I think Sela has religion. I don't think
it's being generous to say she has it.
I mean, it's like what, a 3 or a 4?
She hits a 3.
Yeah, well, mine's only a 2, and it's the only one I can make. Everything else is a 0.
And he has religion at 5.
Okay,
so that's what I'm rolling.
Arcana. You have nature, right?
I have nature.
Okay. Good luck, everybody. Ooh.
20 nature.
Do we know if a 10's gonna fail?
Yeah.
I would tell you a 10 would fail.
Okay, I'm gonna use my hero point.
Okay.
So a 13.
That would fail.
Okay, so that's a 18 plus 2, 3 if I get the plus 1 still. So
No.
20. Okay,
So
just 20 then.
plus 2. So that succeeds.
And worse.
Alright. But Brett and Mo manage to
I should have saved that hero point.
communicate with some magical symbols that they've seen around. And
Yeah, we just saw a whole bunch of celestial symbols a minute ago.
Yeah.
And then, let's see. Yeah, so you're able to make your intentions known. And he kind of gestures around you. All the attention was focused on the golem. You didn't notice that a bunch of the furniture and stuff was animated as well. And so, like, chairs and stuff come and to let you guys sit on them while you guys talk. A official looking suit of armor with quill and scroll comes out as translator to
Wonderful.
speed this along. So allows you guys to talk to. He introduces himself as Vrisk.
Vrisk?
Yep,
Love it. He's a T elemental. No.
he had a cousin named Vrat long ago. No, I'm kidding.
That's good.
Oh, what are the chances?
So,
Two. The chances are 2.
let's see. So, he tells you the story of an Arclord whose goals in furthering her skills were to master the interplay between magic and life. Her earliest studies taught her connection between magic and music. Since then, she learned ancient techniques that allowed arcane forged constructs to house living souls. These proto-golems were the oldest example of their kind, originally crafted for protection and study. Over time, the creation process has been crafted through experimentation into the golems known to Galarian today. After years of trials, she succeeded in creating an apparatus that allowed a living soul, freshly forged in the positive energy plane, to enter a host body she prepared, marked with the celestial rune on its forehead. After many days of telepathic conversation, he chose the name of Vrisk for himself.
Cool.
Okay.
And Vrisk studies the skull intently before breaking into a stony smile, telling you guys and the skull that no matter what form his friend takes, he would always recognize her as Alira Zonic.
Alira. I call her that. Does that sound good?
Psh, sounds lame. And Sikra looks at Vrisk and says, "You may be head over heels for this person, but that's not me."
I mean, we change over millennia, I'm sure.
And Vrisk nods and suggests that you guys need to seek out another vital piece of magic to help Alira remember herself. And tells you to go to the Scorpia's Grotto.
The Scorpia's Grotto?
Yep.
What is the Scorpia's Grotto?
It's basically a bar with
It's a ruffian's bar.
with a focus on music type of stuff.
Oh, okay.
At
least it used to be.
And then to each of you, he offers to cast Sigil on you that he thinks it might be able to help you guys. It was a rune that Alira often used.
I mean, sure.
Sure.
What does Sigil do? It just marks you with like an arcane.
Yeah. Like
word.
it used to be known as Arcane Mark, but it was a mark. It'll stay there for, I forget how long.
I think it depends on the level that you cast it at.
Yeah.
It's like after 10th level, it's forever, but before then, it's like a week or something.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sure. Doesn't mark us as her property, does it?
No, but might help with some stuff later. He's not sure, but
Cool.
It
I
was
love
like,
his surety. It's great.
it was like her mark, so
So
maybe it will help.
constant.
It might mark us as her agents.
Sure. And then seeing the mark might help her remember later on or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not permanent, I don't see any reason.
Okay.
You know, not high enough level caster to make it permanent, is he?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, we're good then.
I better say we don't know. He just saw us and says, "Here it is." And about
That's why I'm asking him.
8 months later, it's still there.
This isn't permanent, is it? It gives me a tattoo. Like, God dang it. Marred my perfect monkey flesh.
Before you go, he offers you a +1 low-grade silver morning star.
Cool.
Nice. I get the feeling that's going to be important.
Alright, and then we go back.
So, anyone mind if Selah uses it?
Nah, she could use the bonus. I have +1 hand wraps anyways, so.
Part of me is jealous because you have a ruffian rogue and you're about to get the coolest weapon in the game. So, you guys go to a bar called the Scorpia's Grotto.
Heck yeah.
It's just quickly turn because it's not showing anything important. It's named for her.
Oh, yeah. A manticore? Oh, not a manticore. What are they?
Oh, I don't remember what they're called.
It's a. Oh, I'm looking at the name. Where is it?
Didn't we kill a bunch of them in Mummy's Mask?
A Gerta Blilu.
We did. But we've also had one in a core Pathfinder
Yeah.
that we helped them, and they
Yes.
tattooed us with a scorpion mark.
It's also the main villain in, is it Dungeon Strike?
Don't know.
Oh, they had that corny VHS game. And it was like you had to go in and fight like the Scorpion King, but they have a name for them. I don't
Yeah.
know what they are.
Hmm.
But yeah.
And I mean,
They may have just called it a manticore in that game, and it had been and was wrong. I don't know. Yeah, cool. But yeah, let's order some drinks.
So.
Order a drink for Alira. Be like, pour it down her throat.
good time for a
Let's
break,
see.
or are we gonna keep going a little longer?
Yeah, how close to?
How close to midway are we?
I'd say after this one, depending on how it goes.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, so. Let's see.
Oh. What's the damage on a Morning Star?
1d8,
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
and I think it's B and P versatile.
Well, it's B, versatile, P. So,
Yeah.
yes, you're
the,
right.
Or the
You
other way
are
around, but yeah, I'm not sure off the top of my head. But you're
No,
right,
yeah, it's bludgeoning itself, but
Right.
it's versatile piercing.
Okay.
Alright, so the woman I showed you is on stage playing a lute in a rustic strumming style using her own pincers as castanets. Her song is about the love of nature found beneath moonlight, primarily staying in the major key throughout the piece.
Love it.
The bartender's servers mostly consists of pecks and gnomes. Petches?
Oh, little earth elemental things.
Yeah.
PECH.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I suddenly had Willow going
They
in.
look like
I'm
they look like the trolls in Frozen.
oh, okay. I just had Willow in my head. I'm like, am I allowed to say peck on stream?
Very fair. Very fair. Because that was a slur in Willow.
Yeah.
So you guys sit down and let's see. What is her name? Zikaros. And it says, "Oh, we should get a chill witch. That seems like a good one."
Is it just a morning star? Is what you're asking for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 1d6.
Oh dang.
Okay.
Versatile and piercing.
Yeah. It's a blunt
Bludgeon.
weapon with
Versus
spikes.
And ordering Chill Witch.
I mean, I have alcohol lore. I
Mhm.
should be able to know what that is. Roughly.
It's an Irrisini liquor poured over shards of ice harvested from the elemental plane of water, topped off by a tiny magical umbrella that closes on its own when the drinker's lips
amazing.
comes to the rim of the glass.
It's a Baba Yaga Long Island iced tea.
Yeah.
Except for it's made out of Everclear. Like, oh god! I love that.
And
What's the Rumpelmans? That's a cold one.
I-
Um,
I myself, I'm not a drinker.
oh, that's fair.
Zikra is like, I would order
I
one
mean, I
myself,
appreciate a good
but
mead.
it goes right through me.
Yeah, that's fine. But we can do this, and I'll order one, and then I'll put her skull here. I'll pour it through her skull, and catch it myself.
She's like laughing through this. Finally, someone who gets it.
That's right.
There's a part of me that's like, this is kind of a sick joke, you know, May. I've heard of drinking from the skulls of your enemies, but drinking from the skulls of your friends? That's a new one.
I'm surprised that's all I'm doing. Couple more iced witches, and who knows where the union will take us.
Wow.
And
Wow.
let's see, what was this game called? I swear they have a name. I know they have a name. Alright. A gang dressed in broad red hats and red robes leaps in and starts demanding money from the patrons. You can attempt.
Wait, what? Wait, time out. What? Let's go. We got jacked.
Yeah,
The bar. While we're in it, the bar gets jacked.
yeah,
Yeah.
Is this another joke?
No,
All right.
maybe.
Just making sure we're on the same page. Maybe. Son of a cracker.
I will throw you at them.
That's the only way I stay ahead in this world. So, you can, but all they want is money, so you can appease them with just 1 gold apiece. Well, I mean, just.
Yeah, gold is significant in this.
Yeah.
It didn't used to be, but now it is.
Yeah, it used to be like, this is common currency. It's a gold, here you go. Now it's like, are you kidding? That's a month's wages.
Otherwise, deception, diplomacy, intimidate, or society can talk them down.
Intimidate.
Okay.
Do I get a +1 because I'm holding a skull with flaming eyes?
No,
Okay.
and that's just because it's Zikra.
You're like, normally, yes. But no, because she's annoying.
Because she's constantly trying to be punny, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay.
That's not bad. I had a 19
So-
total.
Yeah, well, 11 on his society and 15 on her diplomacy.
Alright.
19 intimidate.
Alright, so,
12 diplomacy.
like, the three of you are, like, trying to various ways of reason, cajole them, and, part of it, you know, is they see the mark on you, and they're like, stinking clay friends.
Oh, we're not real to them.
And
We have the golem mark. Now I'm annoyed.
No, it's...
Wait, because we're
We're
friends
marked.
of golem makers. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
and then,
No, I'll believe what I want to believe. You call me artificial? Let's go!
Please don't flip this table.
and then,
In the game.
I know.
but Mo, like, shames them, puts them in their place, and in the middle of it, they're like, we kind of forgot why we're here. We know we're supposed to get paid for something. We don't know what, and we wanted money. So we're
Who hired
sorry.
you?
We're sorry. But hey, if you don't kill us, we're a bona fide gang around here. We got information. We know. We got stuff all around the city.
Hey, that's great. We're the second biggest gang in Galarian.
Oh,
We're Pathfinder Society members.
okay. So, like, you'll spare us if we work for you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
But you got to buy my friend a drink.
Okay.
And then they buy her the ice witch, and we do it again. That's two. No, I won't say no to resources. We're the society. We never say no to resources, especially when they don't cost us anything.
And then Sikaraz is like, ha! Should have known they didn't have the guts.
Or a spine. I love you.
Right.
Just see
I hear
Ra-
there's a temple down the street for you to get married.
Sela's like, I have the ceremony. No.
She probably, why? I can do the ceremony right here. It's the Omadam, but hell,
Yeah.
do you care?
I was like, yeah.
We've got two witnesses.
Let's do.
And I'm just sitting there going,
We're gonna transfer her consciousness and soul into your bear.
No.
don't torment my bear like that.
The wedding night takes a evil turn.
Wow. I don't even want to think about that.
So the owner of the conservatorium, Gabranaya, she introduces herself.
Is that the scorpion lady?
Yeah, the Gitablulu. Gertablulu.
Brian, are you having a stroke?
I think so.
Are you okay, my guy? Did you drink an ice witch?
How many fingers
would.
am I holding up?
87. It's okay.
That's a good round number.
Yeah, that's a round number.
Oh no.
Let's see. So, she plays a song to celebrate this newfound friendship between you and the gang. And
What is the gang's name?
I will search it during the break. I swear I saw it, but I can't find it right now.
Okay.
All I see is words.
Yep, that's fine.
That is a ballad, arcane ballad that explored the similarities between the magic of souls finding their true selves and the emotions evoked by music. And let's
Does this
see.
spark any memories in Alira?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see.
How about
Alright,
somebody had
So she's like,
Cool.
okay, I accept my name is not Sikaraz anymore. It's
There's no reason it
Alira.
can't be more.
And you guys are gifted a battle lute.
Sorry. We had one too many ice witches.
That's a good time for a break. You stupid clod!
Head